Good evening and welcome to Face Off, post-spring break edition. Rob Cunningham alongside Vin D'Anton and Kevin Kunzman. It only took till episode 5 of the season to have all three guys on the show. Anyway.
Really? I'm really serious?
Yeah. Yes.
So Kevin's here.
Yes, Kevin's here.
It's the first time I missed.
Kevin is here.
First time I missed.
Anyway,
I'm so sorry.
5 episodes in and it's baseball preview time. Baseball's starting this week.
Little baseball.
We're going to start, grab the baseball. We're going to start with the National League, guys. We're going to start with the NL East, and with one of the NL East shirts on, let's start with Mr. Met.
The pride of the NL East, actually, there. Okay, so you guys want to hear my quick picks here?
Go ahead.
It's going to be pretty blatant. It's
Are the Mets going to be in
Your analysis,
4th or 3rd or 5th?
Your
Mets,
quick analysis.
94 wins. No. I'm going Nationals, Braves, Phillies, Mets, Marlins. I'm not breaking from any convention. I'm not giving me any false hope. We're going to win about 70, maybe 80 games this year if we're lucky. So.
Yes, I do not have the Mets finishing last, so you should be happy about that. It's nice because the Marlins are just a terrible franchise. Jeffrey Lourier is a horrible owner.
Worse in sports?
He's up there.
Woody Johnson's pretty good.
But I'm going to go with the Braves to win the NL East. I think the one thing that does concern me about them, though, is their rotation depth. I think the mid to bottom of the rotation could hurt them a little bit, but I think they have a good all-around team. I think they can win the NL East. I think the Nats are going to regress a little bit. From last year. The Phillies, they're just too old. The window's closing. I mean, they're certainly going to give the Braves and Nats some trouble at times, but I think they're too old. I think you have injury concerns with Howard and Utley. When was the last time Howard, Utley, and Rollins all played a full season together? Probably at least 5 years. Yeah, probably 08, which would be 5 years. The Mets 4th and the Marlins 5th.
Yeah, you know what? Real quick on the Phillies, I don't want to say they can surprise people because at this point with the veterans that they have, they shouldn't surprise teams. I think they really still should be a good team who should fight for the wild card. But my order is basically the same as you guys. You had the Braves in first, right?
Yes.
See, I thought about that, but first with my first place pick, which is the Nationals, this is really random, but their 5th guy in the rotation right now is Dan Harron, who is back where he belongs, which is in the National League. With the Angels, it just didn't pan out. The Angels were, you could say, were somewhat of a disaster last year because they really should have won like 97 games with Mike Trout. Let's see how many times we argue about Mike Trout today. No, but I think he's back where he belongs. That'll be a nice. I mean, think about it. If you have a top to bottom decent rotation, that's pretty good. But the bats are too good, and the speed is really good. But will the success from last year hurt?
The only
them?
spot on the Braves that really beats anything on the Nationals is that bullpen.
Yes, and another good thing for the Braves is that the Uptons are actually going to try this year because they're playing together.
Yeah. Let's move to the NL Central now with 5 teams because that abomination moved to the American League. Anyway, the NL Central, I like the Reds. I think they're strong across the board. I think they can win the division. Cardinals can give them a run, though. I still think they're a good team.
Really?
Yeah, the Cardinals, I think it's going to be interesting to see, though, how the rotation fares without Carpenter now. Wainwright's your number 1. But I still think they're going to be.
Too.
Yeah, I still think they're going to be a solid team, though. The Brewers, I think, will take 3rd. I think they have enough depth with their team of steroid users. Oh wait, that's only one guy. Anyway, the Pirates in 4th, and the Cubs. I'm just not feeling the Cubs.
With the Reds, they had the same offense as pretty much last year, though. Todd Frazier is. I know he's 27, but I think he's going to have an even better year because people don't realize that when Joey Votto went down, Frazier carried that team. Yeah. Offensively, and he's from Tom's River, so take that, Mike Trout. And Shin-Soo Choo was a decent signing. I mean, they need a center fielder with some speed and is pretty tough. But can Cueto have another good year? Can the pitching be there in that small park? I think the Pirates surprise people this year. I think they'll finish in 2nd because I think the Cardinals are going to have the year where they kind of fly off a little bit. I think Beltran's getting old. Wainwright needs to have like a 17-win year. The Brewers, I think they're back to being in shambles. And the Cubs, with the Cubs, the fact that their slogan is committed. It's just them telling you, stay here for a long time so we can rebuild the team. And the fact that your ace is a former receiver from Notre Dame.
That's how I always remember him catching Brady Pitt.
Their number 1 is Jeff Samardzija.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm going with Reds, Cards, Pirates, Brewers, Cubs. My only surprise there's the Brewers dropping down there. But I only think that's because Ryan Braun's finally going to get caught for being the cheater he is. He's going to be gone for about 50 games.
He's become a real threat.
I don't see anything happening with a lineup that has Aramis Ramirez being your biggest threat.
And Alex Gonzalez, who's a natural shortstop, is your first baseman.
He's the first baseman, yeah.
By the way, did you read how USA Today reported that Ryan Braun is considered public enemy #1 in terms of MLB?
Really?
And the MLB denied
Over
it?
A-Rod?
That just shows you it's true. The MLB denied it.
Well, I don't know why they're trying to protect him. I mean,
I don't get it.
I'm not trying to make it racial, but I mean, it really could go far as he's like, it's the color of his skin. Like they want to protect. No, Braun.
But they are trying to go after him.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think
they
they're
denied
protecting
that he's public enemy #1, which tells you
who Braun. Yeah,
Braun
but
is
I think they're
public
protecting
enemy.
him. That's
I think
what I'm saying.
they're really trying to get that rebuilding image out of the steroid era, and I think that like if Braun is as screwed
But you guys
as
really
he
don't see
obviously is,
anything out of the Buccos. Nothing. You think?
I think they
I'm
only
just-
get
I'm
to
just not
third
feeling
because
them.
the Brewers drop that much. Really, I want to see them win, but I don't see them
they're
being
the
beyond
Pirates.
a 500
I just
team.
don't see it.
They don't have pitching. They hardly have hitting.
Anyway, NL West.
My boys, the San Francisco Giants, will not finish in first place. I think the biggest story in the NL West all year will be the Dodgers because the pressure is on. If they don't make the playoffs this year, you have to fire Mattingly. You don't put to me, he's still an inexperienced manager. You're putting him in a tough spot, but they could be the Red Sox part 2 easily. And honestly, this league is about pitching. And I think Greinke, I think Greinke is always 50-50. I'm sorry, because the mental game is very important. Kershaw is going to be Kershaw. Beckett can be more comfortable now that he's lower in rotation. There's not as much pressure, and he's back in the AL. We know the offense. I don't need to go through the names. It's either go big or go home. And there's a lot of success in LA right now. The Clippers have come up. The Kings won the cup.
Lakers are back.
Yeah,
Sadly.
with the Giants, to me, it's the same team. They have to take down the Dodgers by themselves. D-backs have some decent offense. The pitching's there with Kennedy, McCarthy, if he's still healthy, Cahill, and Wade Miley, obviously. But Paul Goldschmidt is a beast. And they have a solid outfield but Cody Ross, to me, is not a really special thing. And Padres and the Rockies, I mean, Carlos Gonzalez, out of those both teams, to me, is the only great player because Tulo cannot even stay healthy anymore.
I went very similar to you. I went Dodgers, Giants, D-backs, Rockies, Padres. I think the big problem with the Dodgers initially is going to be the injuries. They're very conditional right now.
You don't think it's just the fact that they have too many superstars and there's like a lot of pressure?
I don't think that's really as much of a problem as it is just like them handling that depth. They need to find a way to coexist with one another, and that's not going to be a problem with the rotation. You don't see that. What the problem is going to be is a lineup. You have Carl Crawford, who still doesn't really have an identity, somewhere between 1 and 9 hitter. I don't know what he is still. I really don't know at this point in his career. Adrian Gonzalez, is he a power hitter or is he just a 300 hitter? You don't know that. Matt Kemp, he's very versatile, very talented, but you're just not sure with them. So they're very, very conditional. But I think that once they get rolling, they're going to win about 90 games, squeak into the division trophy, and make a run in the playoffs.
About the Dodgers, like you said, the high expectations, a lot of superstars. That is a formula for disaster.
It's like my Francesa.
Yeah. Formula. That is a formula for disaster. Dodgers 3rd place.
What?
I think the Giants will win the division. I think they're still.
You're not getting anything out of Timmy Lincecum this year.
I think they're still go around team defending champs. Diamondbacks surprise team, not really.
They
Under the radar, sort of. I think they'll
potential.
finish 2nd. Like you said, the pitching rotation very good. I like it. The Dodgers, yes, the rotation looks very good on paper. Can they translate that to on the field? And plus, I think the bullpen is going to lose them a lot of games this year. They've invested so much in the rotation. I don't think the bullpen is going to be very good. I think they will lose a lot of games late for the Dodgers this year. Rockies are awful. The Padres are awful. There you go.
It's such a shame that they lost Chase Headley too. You don't even realize that. Like you
Oh,
didn't
no,
think
it's a
that they could
shame.
get worse. They're going to get worse.
Yeah.
Like
Will they trade him? Yes or no?
they're going to have to if he's healthy.
Yeah.
If he's healthy, they're going to have to bail out.
Wild card.
Wild card picks already. Okay.
2 teams.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to pick 2.
Okay. Well, I have Braves and Giants playing it out. I think the Giants have the upper hand with Matt Cain pitching in a big game like that. I don't think the Braves have an ace that can handle an experienced team like the Giants in a one-game situation like that. So I say the Giants get.
I want to go Braves Pirates, but I'm going to throw in the towel and just go Braves Giants.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think the Nats will regress a little. I got Cardinals D-backs as the wild cards.
Wow.
Kind of maverick.
It's going to be close.
What is
close.
your number 1 sales pitch for the D-backs? Pitching?
Yeah, pitching. And like you said, Goldsmith.
Ian Kennedy better have another Cy Young year then.
I think Upton's too big of a loss for them. I just really.
Yeah,
don't
what did he give
appreciate
them
that
last
function
year?
there.
What did he give them last year?
Yeah, but well, compared to anyone else in that lineup, I mean,
If anything, the D-backs will be the team to beat in a year and a half. Well, in 2 years. I really do, because they have a great farm system coming up.
All right. We'll do the American League when we come back in a few moments right here on Face Off.